When you align with a dreamer, you activate your inner spark, which is your divine essence. This is the force that makes you limitless. Welcome to Intuition Unlocked, the podcast empowering empathic women who feel misunderstood, overwhelmed, or disconnected from their intuition, begin to trust their sensitivities, find inner clarity, and show up with embodied, unstoppable confidence in their daily lives. I am your host, Olivia Ashley, an empath and intuitive, and I am so happy you're here. Have you ever felt like the dreamer inside of you? The part of you that once imagined, created, and believed in infinite possibilities has dimmed? Maybe life feels monotonous, or like you're just moving through the motions. Or perhaps you're in a hard season, feeling lost, confused, or like the universe has forgotten you. Well, what if I told you that the dreamer in you is not lost? She is simply waiting for you to remember her. If you've been craving inspiration, clarity, and the motivation to step fully into your life, this episode is for you. Welcome back to Intuition Unlocked. I'm so excited about this episode because I know many of us, including myself, have had moments where we feel disconnected from or incapable of living out our dreams, desires, and fullness in our lives. And this is the conversation and sign that will remind you your spark never left. Your dreamer is still alive and she's waiting for you to call her forward. In this episode, you're going to learn how to reconnect with your inner dreamer and reignite your life's spark, why life's hard seasons don't mean you've lost your way, and how to shift from feeling stuck to stepping into action, reclaiming your power as a creator of your reality. Let's dive in and begin with the dreamer's spark, remembering who you are. Before we can rekindle our spark, we have to understand what the dreamer within us truly represents. I see the dreamer as being the part of you that believes in possibility. She is the one who sees beyond the daily grind, who continues to imagine and envision something more. The dreamer holds the vision for your most vibrant, aligned life. And being a dreamer means that you hold hope above all else. And this is so important because hope is the invisible thread that pulls you forward, even in your darkest moments. It reminds you that something more is always possible. To dream is to believe, not just in what could be, but in your own ability to create it. It is an act of courage, a defiance against limitation, and a declaration that you are willing to reach for something greater. When you embrace the dreamer within, you choose to see possibility where others see obstacles. You choose to trust in your path even when it's unclear or uncertain. And you choose to ignite the spark that brings your vision to life. Hope is the very foundation of every great dream. And by daring to dream, you become a force of transformation, not just for yourself, but for the world around you, because your impact is great. You ripple out your energy, and what you do and who you are affects everyone in your circle and even beyond. Yet for many of us, this part gets dimmed. Our spark begins to wane, or we lose the imaginative dreamer within us as we age. We step into responsibilities, into challenges and expectations, and then we start operating on autopilot. We focus more on survival instead of expansion. And we are so privileged to be able to do that. And yet, when we become doers and only are focusing on the day-to-day, our life can be a little less bright or colorful or fulfilling. So some signs your inner dreamer may have gone quiet are you might feel uninspired or disconnected from your joy. Maybe you wake up and you just feel like, oh, okay, here we go again. You also may hesitate to both dream and or take action on your dreams. Your fears or the to-dos take priority over the aspects that you once felt were so possible when you were a kid. There's this beautiful song called Daydream by Lily. something. I can't think of the last name, but you'll find it. And I think that's the essence of this episode. So I'll link it below, but it might help you really tap into this energy. And lastly, another sign could be you may feel like you're waiting for something to change instead of creating the change yourself. You're not really stepping into accountability or you're pushing off the reasons for not chasing your dreams or feeling like you can go after something onto someone else or some reason. But here's the truth. Your dreams are not gone. The spark is not extinguished. They are simply waiting for you to remember them, to turn toward them again. So, what about those times when you do turn toward them and it still feels like nothing has happened? That's where this next piece comes in. Learning to trust the seasons of your life. The universe has not abandoned you. You're just in a season. So when life feels stagnant or heavy, even if you feel like you are in the midst of dreaming or your spark is open, we still move through heavier seasons. We still operate on a cyclical cycle, being humans, being women who have fluctuations month to month. It's easy to feel like we're forgotten or that the things we long for aren't meant for us. And then we get hard on ourselves or we step back, or we don't take action on things that maybe we would if the sun was shining and we felt like, oh, we know the way and we're feeling good. But no matter where you are, what season you're in, what if instead of being stuck and feeling like, oh, I'm going to be here forever and this is simply my life, what if you accept the season you're in and start to look at it more as a recalibration, as a preparatory season? Think of nature. So when life feels stagnant or heavy, it's easy to believe that we've been forgotten, that the things we long for aren't meant for us. But what if instead of being stuck or looking at it like we are stuck, what if we find acceptance in the knowing that you are most likely just in a season of waiting or of recalibration, of preparation. Things are coming together and it's taking some time. Think of nature. Trees don't bloom year-round. They have winter where things start to look barren on the surface, but deep beneath the soil, the roots are strengthening. This period of dormancy isn't a failure or a punishment. It's an essential part of growth. Without it, the tree wouldn't have the foundation to support the new growth that will come in the spring. And you are no different. We are affected by the literal seasons. We are affected by the cyclical seasons within our bodies. Especially as women, we have a monthly cycle that affects us and the moon that comes, and also just seasons of life. Maybe you're single and you're trying to find your way in the world, or you're building your career and it feels like you just can't seem to get to that next step and there's so many to-dos, or you're in the midst of becoming a mother and navigating the transition, or you are a mother and you're raising your kids while balancing everything else you have to do. And there's a space and an honoring in those seasons and in the cycle, no matter where you land. Yet, even knowing that those cycles affect us doesn't mean we have to let go of that imagination, that intuition, the dreamer, the spark within us. It might be a little bit more dormant than usual, and yet there's power in remembering to turn to it, to listen to it, to help guide you through whatever season you're in and help you get to the next one. There's purpose in every cycle, and can you maintain you throughout them all? But right now I'm getting a sense many of us are feeling like we're deep in a winter. And if you're in the Western Hemisphere, we are literally in the deep winter. Here in Colorado, we've had such a cold, dreary winter. I usually love winter, and I'm trying to find the aspects of joy when it snows and it's quiet. but I can really feel how much I'm missing the sun and missing the energy that comes when spring is here and life begins to bloom. Yet I'm honoring that this phase I'm in is okay. I am okay. It's preparatory. It is not my end. It's the preparation for another beginning. So, no matter where you are, here are some ways you can begin to shift your perspective when you feel forgotten or left behind or stuck in a hard season. Firstly, recognize that stillness does not mean stagnation. Your path is continuing to unfold even now in these moments. Second, turn inward. Use your intuition to guide you instead of looking outside for external validation or another thing to do or placate this discomfort within you. Your intuition's here. Get a pendulum if you feel like you're not hearing or receiving the signs. Using a pendulum can really support you by being able to ask yes, no questions and understand where you are at. Thirdly, trust the timing of your life. I speak to this a lot because I found this to be so true. What if this is exactly where you need to be? There's so much truth in that statement, and the reality of we're not always going to have it all together and be feeling like, yes, I'm in the midst of everything I want and all's come together. There's always another step. There's always another rung to reach for. So while we know that that's life's journey, because if you're here, you want expansion, growth, higher consciousness, to increase your vibration, to feel good in your life, to find your sense of wholeness, and yet be where you are. Acknowledge the step you're on. Look around and find gratitude for those things that do feel good. And remember, you've created this. You have been a dreamer. You've never not been a dreamer, even if you aren't fully aware of it. And when you can turn that online and embody the dreamer at every step of the way, it just brings a sense of delight and ease and a spark to your life again. And I think an important aspect to remember is while patience is powerful, we don't have to be passive if that's not working for us. We can awaken our love for life again. We can shift from waiting to living, even if we're in the deep cycle of winter. And that, I think, starts with finding magic in the present. Because the key to manifesting, which is really what we're always doing, what do we want? Where do we want to go? How do we want to improve? What do we need in our life now and in the future? Isn't just longing for that future thing, but it's falling in love with life right now. We manifest from our feelings and from our state of being, and that starts here in this moment. So this is where the dreamer within you comes in. Because the dreamer isn't just about envisioning something better, it's about embodying that energy in this present moment. The dreamer understands that manifestation isn't a distant goal, it's a way of being. It's not just about hoping for something to happen, it's about aligning yourself with the feelings and experiences you desire before they even arrive. So think about the moments when you feel most alive. They aren't just tied to big achievements, but often to the small, fleeting, breathtaking moments of joy. The ones that remind you of your own magic or the expansiveness of this beautiful life and the beauty all around. Makes me think of seeing a sunrise or watching a bird fly overhead or seeing a baby take their first steps. This is where the dreamer energy thrives. When you bring more of these moments into your life, and not just by forcing them or making them happen, but by allowing yourself to experience life from the embodiment of the dreamer, you become a magnet for the reality you want to create. You step more in alignment with your dreams, not by waiting for them, but by embodying them now. So here's some ways to rekindle this love for life and awaken the dreamer within you. Curiosity is my number one always. I think if you can live with curiosity at the forefront of your life, with a mix of confidence, then you are going to go so far. So let yourself wonder, explore, and expand your perception. Dreamers are the ones who see beyond what is and imagine what could be. So maybe you try something new, you learn something new, you meet someone, you push out of your comfort zone. Be curious in your life. Another aspect is play. That is going to drop you into that childlike wonder and nature within yourself. And what does that do? Your imagination turns online and your dreams become even more vivid and possible. So do something for the sake of joy, not productivity. Play shifts your energy and reminds you that life isn't just about the outcomes. It's about the experience and the now. Another one is embodiment. Move your body, get into your body, breathe deeply, and reconnect with the sensations within. Manifestations happens when you're fully present in your body, not lost in the mind's doubt or stuck up in the higher chakras, pushing or feeling into the other planes, which can feel so good. And many of us want an escape or release from the heaviness we can sometimes feel in this plane and as a human. Yet note that that doesn't serve you either. How do you balance both this humanness with our spiritualness and believe in the power of this body here and now and take care of it? Take care of yourself just like you do on a soul level, that self-care through meditation, channeling, connection, intuition. Make sure that you are in your body, you're moving it, you're breathing it, you're fueling it with the things that it needs because it's going to take you further. Lastly is gratitude. Look for beauty in the everyday. Look at the sunset through the window, hear a child's laughter, and enjoy the warmth of your coffee. Gratitude grounds you in abundance, reminding that you are already living a version of the dream. Give selflessly and note that you will always receive. So when you bring magic into the present moment, you stop waiting for your dreams to happen and you start living them now. The dreamer within isn't just creating a future reality, she's shaping the way you experience life today. And when you combine presence with action, that's when you step fully into your power as a manifester of your dreams. And once you've reconnected with your dreamer and learned to trust the timing of your life, well, it's time to take action. It's time to shift from wishing to manifesting and using that dreamer and bringing that dreamer into the physical. And here's a few simple ways you can do it. Firstly, believe it's possible. You must believe in your dreams before they materialize. Secondly, take aligned action. Take small intuitive steps, which will create momentum. And thirdly, have self-trust. Stop waiting for permission or for the stars to align. Your desires and needs are valid. So trust that what you're feeling is your truth and worthy of pursuit. And to help you, the dreamer, the seeker, know more about this energy and the importance of it, I'm going to share some channel messages because you are ready to step forward into the life you're meant to live. It's not saying you're not doing that now, but there's always room for adjustments. And there's something about utilizing the dreamer energy of reinforcing and embodying that, as well as using that intuition that ignites your spark. It brings this sense of wholeness to you, but also motivation and a force to be reckoned with. So here's what I received just for you, the dreamer. Deep within you, there is an energy, a powerful force that holds the essence of the dreamer. It is a calling, a current of inspiration that moves through you, reminding you that you were meant to create, to explore, and to reach beyond what you see in front of you. The dreamer within you is more than just imagination. It's an activating force, a bridge between the intangible and the tangible. The dreamer's role is to take ideas, visions, and whispers of possibility and bring them into form. It moves you past the fears of the mind and the limitations of your current situation, which is going to help guide you toward expansion. And this energy does not just live within you. It magnetizes everything around you. It pulls in your people, opportunities, and synchronicities and resources to support you. When you align with a dreamer, you activate your inner spark, which is your divine essence. This is the force that makes you limitless. This is what some might call luck, but in truth, it is the unfolding of aligned action, intention, and belief. So here's the truth. There is no right or wrong way to dream. The dream is yours, and it begins within. When your vision is rooted in compassion, in aligned intention, in something greater than yourself, the possibilities are infinite. This is the energy that has built civilizations, birthed art and music, led humans beyond the stars. Every breakthrough, transformation, and monumental shift in humanity began with one person daring to believe in the impossible. To dream is to believe in hope, to believe in possibility, and to believe in yourself. No matter what circumstances you are facing, no matter how lost or disconnected you feel, you can still access the dreamer. It is your divine right. And with that comes a responsibility to honor the vision, to nurture it, and to understand that stepping into this energy sends ripples far beyond yourself. And when you choose to listen to your dreamer, you are altering the course of your existence. You are rewriting your story. This energy is limitless, but are you willing to embrace it? Are you willing to walk with trust through the unknown? To follow the voice of your intuition and say yes to the expansive, untamed, creative energy that flows through you? Now is the time to awaken the spark, to trust in who you are, and to honor the dreams that have been waiting for you to breathe life into them. It's time to step forward and bring them into reality, knowing no matter what season you're in, you are right where you need to be. So that was the message that was given to me to share with you all. This energy and this remembrance of the dreamer feels so important and powerful in this time. I think it's a lifelong journey and lesson and remembrance. Sometimes we're really good at embodying and maintaining our focus, and other times it goes a little dormant and we lose ourselves, and that's all okay. The big takeaways are to remember that the dreamer within you has never truly disappeared. She's simply waiting for you to turn toward her and remember the spark that's always been there. No matter how far you feel from her, she is still a part of you always. And those hard seasons, they are not the end of your story. Often, they are moments of deep preparation and the times when life asks you to strengthen your roots before you bloom again. Just like nature moves through cycles, so do you. So can you find acceptance and power in that realization that in this moment, even if life is heavy, it is shaping you for what is next? But the secret to reclaiming your dreamer isn't just about longing for a different future. It's about falling in love with your life right now. So search for joy in the present and savor the small magical moments, because you are not just waiting for your dreams to happen. You are living them right now. And joy is a magnet that pulls everything towards you. At the core of it all, remember you are the creator of your own reality. Your dreams don't come to life because you wish for them. They come to life because you believe in them and take aligned action towards them. When you trust yourself, when you say yes to the life you truly want, everything starts to shift. And note that we're going to do this again and again and again in our life. It's not that you listen to this episode and you start all this and then you're done. You don't have to do it again. This is a core tenet of reality, of being a creator, of finding joy and wholeness in your life. So note that this is something to come back to remember, and note that the dreamer within now is probably going to look really different from the dreamer within in another year, 5 years, 10 years. So welcome that, welcome the journey, welcome the transitions, welcome the growth and the changes. Right now, you're being asked to remember and reclaim your dreamer, to trust your path forward, and know without a doubt that the life you desire is already there waiting for you to claim it. It's going to take some time to come together, but that doesn't mean it's not worthy of the pursuit. So I hope you can follow the dreamer within. And if this episode resonated with you, I would love for you to share it with a fellow dreamer, someone who needs this reminder. And if you haven't already, make sure to follow the podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. Because when we as women reclaim our dreams, we don't just change our lives, we shift our families, our communities, and the future of what is possible. I'm so grateful for you. I see and feel the love and the dreamer within, and I'm excited for you. Keep dreaming, keep believing, and I'll be back soon with another episode. Thank you for joining me on Intuition Unlocked. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight, guidance, or intuitive inspiration. To dive deeper into our community and get access to exclusive content, head to my website at www.olivia-ashley.com and subscribe to my newsletter. You can also connect with me on Instagram at wildlyolivia for daily inspiration and updates. Remember, your intuition is your superpower. Trust it, nurture it, and let it guide you. Until next time, I'm Olivia Ashley, and I can't wait to connect with you again.